闇を欺いて切なを交わして刃すり抜け奴らの隙をつけ貫いた想いが未来を開く Like a burning stone 熱く Like a burning stone 血脈に刻まれた因縁に浮き上がる消えない誇りの絆握りしめて
What's good, everyone? Of course, it's your boy, the host with the most, everyone's favorite girl, New York Doug. It's Thursday, another night of Thursday night throwdowns, and I'm back on JoJo's Bizzare Adventure. Why do you ask? Because one of my friends requested me to actually play through the story mode to the JoJo's Bizzare Adventure series. Now, for those that read the manga, there are at least, I believe, 8 parts, which all revolve around the whole Joestar bloodline and all that. We're gonna go ahead and start off with part 1, and oh, there's Speedwagon. Wow, very colorful. For story mode, start story mode by choosing the first of the part of the saga, and then the episode you like to play. There are battle conditions in each episode. That'll keep getting harder, getting edge, get support effect. Oh wow, you get support effect. Search for secret missions. Pay gold to get in. Try to beat all the episodes. Play as your foes in another battle. So pretty much the way they have it set up is you get to play the main storyline and then another battle, which pretty much you play as the villain side of things. So, alright. Oh, right. But we're gonna go ahead and start it off at the beginning, which is part 1, Phantom Blood. Now, for those that have read the manga, this is where it all began. Dio Brando's father, Dario, saved George Joestar from an accident. Originally, he was going to mug him, but George thought he was going to save his life, and he felt he was owed into his debt. After the death of Dio's father, Dario Brando, had a dying wish for his son Dio, and that was to go to meet up with George Joestar because he owed him a favor for saving his life. And thus, Dio grew up with George's son, Jonathan, aka JoJo, in which they became rivals and became mortal enemies. So we're gonna go ahead and start it off right there with Phantom Blood. And the first mission is Zeppeli the Eccentric.
19世紀末イギリスの貴族ジョナサン・ジョースター。彼は石仮面の力で吸血鬼と化したディオを止めるため炎上するジョースター邸で捨て身の戦いを挑んだ。そしてかろうじてディオを倒すことに成功する。だが
Pretty much what happened was Dio and Jonathan got into it because of the fact that Dio tried to kill George over the money to gain the Joestar fortune. Jonathan wasn't having it. He found out that Dio was trying to poison him, but his dad, the two ended up fighting, in which George ended up getting stabbed by Dio, and Dio used a mask to turn himself into a vampire, and Jonathan thought he killed Dio, but it didn't work out the way that he thought it would. So the battle with Dio cost Jonathan his father, his home, everything. It also leaves him gravely injured and unconscious. But thanks to the tender care of his childhood friend, Erina Pendleton, Jonathan is soon well enough to walk again. Then one day, Jonathan meets a mysterious man. Well, I wonder who this mysterious man is. Of course, secret missions. But we're gonna go ahead and start.
座ったままの姿勢、膝だけであんな跳躍を何者。よく生き残れたものだ。あの石仮面の力から。だが生きているぞ。石仮面の男も。
But pretty much. Each fight you have a couple of super missions, and you have to kill also area. It activates a certain interaction. Speedwagon. Oh, there we go. And now, you know, super gauge. With each move that they do, you'll see a name appear of the move too. And this game is totally friendly. I want to try to get the dramatic finish right here. I'm trying to use the other pretty much the style of fighting that Beverly and Jonathan use is called Hammer, in which it focuses on your breathing and the source of combo. There we go. That's his master. And that is a dramatic finish. What do you mean Dio's still alive? And of course, you know, you recognize that Naruto music, so you require gold for meeting secret mission standards and how well you do in battle, so go ahead and jump into episode 2. I recently started getting into the series and I'm watching the anime, which was recommended to me by my friend that requested me to do the story. So, the mysterious man who appears before him introduces himself as Zeppeli. Before long, Zeppeli reveals a shocking truth to Jonathan. Dio, the man he thought he had defeated, is still alive, showing off his incredible breath-driven Hamon skills, Zeppeli tells Jonathan that he must learn Hamon as well if he is to survive. To prepare for the fated rematch against Dio, Jonathan agrees and begins training at once.
タイミングは同時。しかも腕のリーチも僕の方が10センチは長い。
Fight.
石仮面の力によるスピードとパワーには人間がどんなに努力しても太刀打ちできん。
Oh, I'm actually fighting with Oh, damn. I think after the first two parts, we moved from crap.
なんてこと。骨が勇気とは一体何か。恐怖を我が物とすることじゃ。太陽の波紋、サンライトイエロー、オーバードライブルー。この感じ、完全に波紋は。
One of the tests that Zeppeli gives to Jonathan is that he must defeat an enemy without spilling water. Win without losing any rounds. Alright.
だったらそれに代わるものを身につけなければやつ。
And we got some 2D art ode to humanity. Power of the man.
仮面パワー。
His training complete, Jonathan, along with Zeppeli and his friend Speedwagon, travel to Dio's hideout in Midnight Slot. With no time to recover from the journey, night soon falls and the vampire Dio reveals himself. Dio had sucked the blood of all the town's inhabitants, using it to almost heal his burns completely from the manor fire. The overwhelming sense of evil, coupled with Dio's descent into tyranny, is enough to chill Zeppeli to the core. Pushing Jonathan aside, he challenged Dio to a battle. So...
貴様、一体何人の命をその傷のために吸い取った。
お前は今まで食ったパンの枚数を覚えているのか？
And Zeppeli fight, but he freezes the hammer in his hand. He freezes his veins.
呼吸を。 骨 これが先導だ。
I'm not getting hit by that. There we go. Alright, so I didn't unlock anything in this round.
東洋人は仙道と呼んでいる。
The conditions that will give us reason that I lose health. And the reason for that is because of the fact that video that moment freezes Zeppeli, and it freezes Zeppeli's veins, so he can't use his abilities of hammer. Oh.
恐怖を我が物とすることじゃ。太陽の波紋、サンライトイエロー、オーバードライブ。
I just like the dramatic finishes. Well, we got one.
なんと圧倒的な悪の大気を。
Next episode is unlocked. New entry has been added to the JoJo's roster. Final episode. Blood Feud. Zeppeli drives his fist. Oh, he drives his fist deep into Dio's, hoping to blast his Hamel energy. But Dio uses vaporizing freeze to vaporize the fluid in Zeppeli's body and seal off his Hamel energy. With that, Dio summons two of the strongest undead servants, the Dark Knights, Bluford and Tarkus. Dio had defiled their graves, resurrecting them as undying vampires. Purified by Jonathan's Hamon, Bluford is able to return to his death slumber as the proud warrior he was in life. But Tarkus remains a creature of the underworld, dragging Jonathan into the chamber of the two-headed dragon for a fight to the death. Zeppeli faces up against Tarkus, saves Jonathan, and channels his energy to him before his own life is sacrificed. Filled with inconsolable sadness and rage, Jonathan throws himself at Tarkus, and now he faces Dio in the final battle. Few notes. After I do this, there's another battle. So I'm gonna try to do some of that as well in between before I move on to another part. And they have EX missions as well too.
清めてやる。その汚れたる野望。ラウンド1。ファイト。なんとブラックの剣で消える。投げ抜ける。なんとやっそれを帰ってろ。僕にしたブラックの剣で消える。オーブンを触れハモカリンチェン。ちょいとでも俺にかなうとでも思ったか間抜け 死の忘却を迎え入れろ
Wait, there's a poke to the face. There we go. Now. Oh god.
僕に勝機はあばらのドロッポンも折れたスカーレットオーバードラスカーレットオーバードライブ回転
And I got all three. I just threw something out there. Alright. So that's done. Another episode has been unlocked. Definitely the eccentric someone playing part of the blood mask and as a reward for completing the story, new backtracks have been added and the part 1. And now we can use Dio. Probably gonna give us the ending like in the manga.
悪鬼ディオは谷底に落下し散滅したかに見えた。だがディオは首だけとなってなお生きていた。エリナと結婚したジョナサンはハネムーンへと旅立つが、ディオは彼のボディを奪うためその船を強襲する。ディオの不意打ちによって喉を貫かれてしまうジョナサン。
Oh yeah, this is when he's dying.
話せジョジョ話すんだ考え直せジョジョお前にも永遠をやろうではないかその傷も治すエリナと永遠を生きれるぞジョ
Pretty
ジョ
much what happened was during their honeymoon on the cruise, Dio, all that was left of him was his head. The Hamon didn't kill him, and he tries to go after Jonathan's body by killing Jonathan, but Jonathan makes the ultimate sacrifice in saving his wife and soon-to-be born child, as well as sacrificing himself to try to put an end to Dio, in which you'll see as the story continues.
ジョジョこいつ
彼は最後の力を振り絞って船を爆破させ、ディオと共に海の藻ずと消えた。エリナは乗り合わせた赤子を抱き、沈みゆく船から脱出するのだった。2日後、エリナ・ジョースターはカナリア諸島沖で救助された。そして石仮面の伝説はここにひとまず幕を下ろします。しかしそれはまた新たな冒険の時代の始まりでもあったのです。
Part 1 complete. So, congratulations. I'm gonna try to do Phantom Blood. So I'm going to go ahead and do the
次は お話を選ぶのよ。
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna do the
落
another
ち着いて
battle
やれば大丈夫だからね。
so that I guess you can see things from another perspective to actually play the enemy as the enemy
いってらっしゃい。
to kind of try to complete it.
19世紀末
Alright, we
イ
know
ギリ
the
スの彼は
story.
石仮面そしてかろうじてディオを倒
鬼人ツェペリ
I think all it is this time I play opposite. So
Ah, 座ったままの姿勢、膝だけであんな跳躍を。何者。
よく生き残れたものだ。あの石仮面の力か
go
ら。
ahead and start this.
なんと骨サモンカッター細いパンチ骨コンレーディオーバーストライカーサモンカッターサモンサンレーディオーバーストライカー細い太陽のハモン僕をハモンカッター骨細い
Too worried about getting any award in here. I'm just gonna try to see the fight. You're playing with someone. Other than
ハモンカッターハモンこれが先導だ東洋人は仙道と呼ん
way
でい
of
る
the hermit. Wow, he blocked all of it.
仙道ウェーブキーハモンカッターハモンカッター骨が折る
Throw him, but
骨が折るなんと
there we go.
少し苦しむがいいかな 勇気とは一体何か恐怖を我が物とすることじゃ太陽の波紋サンライトイエローオーバードライブ
No dramatic finish,
この感じ
but still take.
完全に波紋は入った私はツェペリ男爵だ 勇気だけでは石仮面の血
波紋の修
To
行
the episodes. Should have some time. Reason why I'm skipping through the content and not reading it is because from what it seems like it's the same thing. So I think this time I play with Jonathan and then I play with Dio twice.
タイミングは同時。しかも腕のリーチも僕の方が10センチは長い。
石仮面の力によるスピードとパワーには人間がどんなに
Do this.
骨が折れる生命時系の大バトル骨が折れそうだなんと骨が折れ
Oh wow. The name of his throw is
生命の振動を感じる。
Alright.
骨が折ればドライブレンダーセオローウェーブコーストラックを剣でトラックを剣でトーバードライブ
Purely Hamon.
呼吸を乱してはならん。
Oh, because I can't do it, that's why. I'm wondering why. There we go. I thought my button broke for a
燃え
second.
尽きるほどヒートを刻むぞ血液のビートサンライトイエロー
The reason why I keep looking back is because I'm trying to keep track of the
殲滅すべしまただ彼の腕は急に手元で
Now there is a part 2 to this game coming out, and it's got tag mode, so and they're bringing in more characters as well. Originally, this game was on the Dreamcast, I believe. Then it made it HD, and now we have a somewhat of a 3D one. Hopefully it doesn't move as slow, but you know.
一体何人の命をその傷
Oh
のた
look,
めに
there's
吸い取った
Speedwagon still.
お前は今
And
ま
now
で
we
食
get
っ
to
た
play
パ
with
ンの
Dio.
骨が折れそうあばらのゴロッポとディオが倒せる貧弱貧弱
Oh, he doesn't have it. There we go.
呼吸を
Thinking that he has. Oh wow, that hit still. Jesus Christ, that did a lot of damage. Dio is pretty deadly.
このディオが倒せるか
One of the things that Dio can do, the reason why Hamill won't affect you is he can drain the blood out of his body. And once he drains the blood out of his body, it won't really affect him as far as reaching his veins and all this stuff.
呼吸を 骨が折れ
ちょいとでも俺にかなうとでも思ったか
Glad he's getting a chance
貧弱
to use his
死の忘却を迎え入れろ
Mind you, that was one way he defeated one of the enemies that tried to use Hamon.
波紋呼吸法だと
He froze them, and yeah, like he froze them in their place because he tried to catch them with the split-legged technique, and tried to aim directly at his head. But he exposed how to defeat
決戦
Dio. Yep. Pretty much what happens in the manga too with Zeppeli is that, well, in the manga and the anime is that Zeppeli, he gets ripped in half, and that was a fate that was given to him as he was training in Hamel, because he feels responsible for the match.
絞り取ってやる貴様の命を清めてやるその汚れたる野望 Round 1 Fight あばらのゴロッポこのディオを倒すあばらのゴロッポこのディオで倒せるか僕を押せあばらのゴロッポそれを与え
Oh, crap. These are that won't affect me.
Round 2 Fight 僕だなんて
Come on, Dio, Jonathan.
なんてあばらのゴロッポンも折れたかなんつうパンチオーバードライブオーバードライブ普通を与えなんつうパンチおっとおっクロッなんとせよ僕の勝機はなんと
Grab him. That's how I feel right now. I'm just gonna throw him for the win. I think that should be everything for the another battle.
さあジョジョ
Yeah,
アッキディオは谷底
pretty much the same ending as the other one. Part 1 complete for another battle. Of course. And I think that is, yes, we'll go ahead and stop the video right here. Like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned for more stuff as far as JoJo's Bizzare Adventure and a bunch of content that I got coming along. Alright? So then I'm out. Peace.